Well, hello, my YouTube friends. So the motorcycle has a broken clutch cable. You may know that already, and that pisses me off. I'm still waiting for the replacement to arrive from JMP Cycles. But while we're waiting for that, we'll go ahead and remove the existing cable. And I know why it broke. Well, there's two reasons. We'll get to that shortly. But for now, we'll look at the process or the recommended instructions for removing the clutch cable. Loosen the clutch adjuster, and that's going to be like right here. I'll show you that when we get out to the garage. Take it apart from right here. Well, I mean, you can read this on your own if you wish, or you can download the catalog, not the catalog, but the service manual, or you can buy your own service manual. In either case, I don't pretend to know everything about it. I just read the service manual and then go out and try to put that information to use. So that's all the instructions right there to remove and install the clutch cable. Okay, here's a close-up. Here's a exploded view. Whoops. Here's the exploded view. Your anchor pin is number one. Where's number one? Oh, yeah. Okay, that goes through both the lever and the eye of the clutch cable. And then right here, the pivot pin is what the lever pivots on, right? The pivot pin. Okay, and then here's the clutch cable connection. Yeah, so here's that cover. We're going to see if we can take that off without having to remove the exhaust. In this photo, it shows the cable going over the dipstick in this illustration, as it were. But over here, it says to remove the dipstick. Okay, now when filling, it says to, when adding, oh no. Okay, so in order to do that, we're going to have to drain the fluid. So I got up here changing your transmission lubricant, and it says to remove the dipstick, pull the plug. Now on this image right here, the oil drain is on the side, and it's set up to work nice when it's on the kickstand and leaning at a slight angle. That slight angle will raise the transmission drain plug just slightly. And it also says here that when refilling, place motorcycle in a level upright position when adding the lubricant. 20 to 24 ounces of Formula Plus is what I use for that one. So we're going to go out, we're going to drain the fluid, because that is the first instruction. It's over here somewhere. Drain the fluid under removing that, right? Because when I pull this cover off, I don't want fluid pouring out on the garage floor. Okay, let's go out to the garage and see if we can put this into practice. All right, hold on. Okay, so I got the drain plug out, and you can see it draining right there. Now, I call this a shark fin, but it's a guard. It's a transmission oil pan guard. This piece right here, right, it's welded to the frame so you don't bottom out on the oil pan when you're going over a speed bump or something. And you can see about where it is. You can see the drain oil coming out. And the motorcycle is just on its kickstand. It's not in it, it's not upright level. So where is it? Here it is. So let's look at the drain plug, standard drain plug, and you can remove it any number of ways. A 5/8 box, a short one on an extension, a 5/8 deep well. Now in the middle, it has a hex key or an Allen wrench. That's a 1/4 Allen, right? Any number of ways. I even sometimes, put a box end on an Allen wrench to give me extra leverage. But so 5/8 box end or 1/4 Allen will remove that drain plug. And I thought about getting the motorcycle in the wheel chock so it can be vertical, but I figured enough oil would drain out so that any oil right here in this clutch cover, or when this piece right here, when I remove that, the oil level should have dropped enough that it won't spill out through here. Okay, let's see if I can remove that. Now also, okay, let's look at this. The instructions said to remove the pivot pin and the anchor pin, and to take it apart right here, and to give yourself enough slack with the adjuster right here. So this one being broken, see, here's the broken. I already have enough slack. I don't have to worry about that. So I'm just going to cut these two wire ties, and then when I remove these 6 bolts right here, hopefully that will pop off and I can just pull the cable out with this this direction. So I'll see if that works and I'll get back to you. Okay, hold on. Okay, I got the 6 bolts out. These were handmade by my uncle. Man, that one's bent. Out of stainless steel. You're not going to see these. So anyway, let's see if I can pop this off. And all right, if I took it off in that manner, I should be able to put it back in. Okay, I'm spilling oil. I'm going to stop the video and see if I can feed this out. So hold on. Okay, so I was able to pull the cable out from this side of the motorcycle. And then I set up this table so that we could examine this faulty cable. And I may have stated earlier that I know what the problem was. I know what the problem is. So 2 problems. One is poor choice of materials, faulty materials, weak steel. Even though it looks like a cable, right? It looks like it's not a solid, yeah, so it's got a core and then wrapped. You remember that Firestone 721? 7 around 2 wrapped by 1. So this wire rope right here, and so there were some questions about whether or not I oiled this cable, and the answer is no, I did not. Okay, and so, but look at this, it's bare, look how, okay, so look, it's barely moving the skin of my finger. Okay, there's no resistance. Okay, so the fact that I did not lubricate this cable is not a factor in its demise. So there's 2 reasons. The first reason is lousy material, weak material. Okay, and that these materials may have been good enough for the original diaphragm spring. Let me zoom out. And you can see this right here. So look, I'm barely moving it. Right? There's almost no friction in this cable. I did, for the purpose of this demonstration, take all the slack out right here. Did that off camera. Okay, so now the instructions in the manual say to pay attention to this snap ring right here. And its position, because it's important. So there's your two eyes that your snap ring pliers will grab into. So if I'm holding it, okay, now the camera is, square to the placement of the cover. A little focus is better. And so this snap ring right here should be at like the 3:30 position, almost the 4 o'clock position. And I don't know why, maybe it has something to do with something. That's what it says to do, so that's what I did. And let's examine this a little bit closer. Okay, so there's the cable, and it's got a plastic sleeve over it right there. Trying to make it focus so you can see the plastic sleeve. That helps it, probably helps it slide, right? But there's no excess friction resulting from my failure to oil the cable as instructed in the service manual. Okay, and so I'm going to go ahead and say that me not oiling the cable is not the cause of its failure. There's two reasons. The first reason is poor material. Okay, and this video is getting long, so we're going to go to part 3. So I'm going to pull this apart, but it won't be in this video, so stay tuned for part 3. All right, my friends, you have a good day.